We are live again, Tuesday
Again.
night. Tuesday night. So we are talking about things that eBay need to fix, and
we're going to need more than an hour.
There's quite a bit. Obviously, we like to keep things pretty positive on the channel, so we're going to try and come up with some sort of solutions for the problems as well.
Tell us your workarounds.
Tell us how you deal with things, and we'll tell you how we deal with things. We're going to say a quick g'day to everyone in the chat. We asked for some feedback over on Instagram, and my feed got blown up by everyone complaining about what eBay needs to fix.
What did we start?
But that's good because we can talk over it tonight and hopefully provide some solutions. And maybe one day eBay will actually make some changes for our sellers. So let's get into saying g'day to a few people in the chat. I saw a few people jump in. Mum is in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We have Cara, Thrifty Pixie. What is up? We have Heather Turley from Crystal Brook. Thank you for joining us. Don't think I've seen that name before. So if you are new here, drop your name in the chat. It is a safe place. We have mods looking after us tonight. So thanks to the mods for being here. We have Dave Repairs. What is up, Dave? Good to see you. We have Driver Flipper.
Hey,
what is up, buddy? Trish is in. Good to see you.
Hello.
Flamingo Tits. That's a different name.
Flamingo Tits.
One's been getting around a little bit. So good to see you here. Smash that thumbs up while you wait. Thank you, Flipper. Hey, everyone. Finally managed to make a live. It's been a long time.
Glad you can make it.
Here. Tommy Bernhard is in the house.
Morning.
Hope you're doing well. It must be like something silly in the morning over there.
He doesn't sleep, so it doesn't matter.
We have Books and Stuff 2020. Next year, you're going to change your name to Books and Stuff 2021. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. We have look, Mum, I'm hustling. So sunny there tonight.
Yeah, what?
It's still sunny outside. We do have the lights set up in case it does drop out.
Yeah, that's called sunset.
Hello, Karen. Good to see you. And that's an interesting one over on Twitch.
Oh, so good day.
Thank you for being here. Thanks everyone for coming along. Never had some good tits. Any good? I'm not sure. What's up, Sarah? Good to see you guys. Which caught up with your what sold over the weekends. That was some quality sold there. All right, so we have a bunch of feedback that we got over on Instagram, so we will be talking about those. I think what I'm going to do is sort of break it up into sections, bring up the comments that have been supplied over on Instagram, talk to them a little bit, and then we'll add some stuff that we sort of thought about as well that we think eBay needs to fix, because as sellers, we probably 9 times out of 10 get the raw end of the deal, I'd suggest, and we're paying the fees. So it's pretty interesting, isn't it? So we'll get into it. What is up? Kissed my stained glasses in. What is up? Have you ever had an Aussie kiss?
I feel like I saw you drop this one the other day, but you can drop it again here.
I think it was
it's a good one.
in Tommy's and Tracy's, I reckon. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick up some of those comments that happened over on Instagram. It may cover up Jazzy here, so she might have to do some creative dodging. So our first little part is going to be about the eBay chat feature and the eBay support feature, which is very difficult to use. And there's a few people that sort of had a similar line of comment. So we had Toby, we had Junk Removers, we had Kira coming in hot.
She's not happy.
We had Retro Rescuers, automatic responses on the chat, can't stand the robots.
And they're called Clyde.
So I guess they've sort of removed the function to call them now. Well, they had last time I looked. I don't know, you recently have.
I have not been able to call them. Chat only. And it seems as though they've actually changed the chat. So the chat used to be okay, I thought. You could usually get through to someone. The other day I went on and the chat kept disconnecting on me. It was completely different setup. And every time that it disconnected, it said that I would be reconnected in 27 minutes.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. We got Mel in the house. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for being
Hey,
here.
good to see you.
We have Oz Riley as well. Chris. So Toby's saying better eBay chat. I think that is a pretty important thing. The functionality on there is pretty limited. They changed it again recently, like Jazzy was saying. People are dropping in and out. There's bots that pick up a lot of the queries now. And you end up getting directed in about 5 different locations in a lot of cases. So eBay, if you're listening at some point in time,
hopefully we've set off some little flag that someone watches this one day.
eBay sellers would like better eBay chat function because It's very difficult to get what you want out of there. Often you have to talk to 5 or 6 different people.
Well, they have it set up so that you can go in and say kind of what topic and then what's your query, and it's meant to send you to the right team. But more often than not, it sends you to the wrong team from the start, and then you have to wait to be redirected again. So I actually type out my whole story with all the numbers and anything they might ask for, and then I keep it on my clipboard because I put it in once, and then they pop up and say hi and disappear again, and I put it in twice. And then they say they're the wrong person, so I save it and they reconnect me and I put it in 3 times. So don't type it all out a million times, just keep it saved there.
I reckon DVG's doing some modding in the chat.
Already?
Thanks, DVG. Appreciate it. I'm not sure what went, but only Shazad has a direct line. Yeah, for sure. They must be run by Toadstrong. The main movie man. Hey, guys, how are you going with stock levels over Christmas? My stock pile is selling so fast.
That's what you want, man. You don't need to have a stockpile. You need to have things going out.
Yeah, we've got heaps of stuff.
We've got a stockpile to last for a long time.
What is up? Kia ora, Murray. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So eBay chat needs to be sorted. Let's jump on to what Junk Remover is saying, call centers. So even when you did call them, it was quite difficult to get the person you needed. Often 9 times out of 10, you'd have to ask for a supervisor to get any sort of information. A lot of the time, they're working straight off scripts, so that is tough. I often had to go back 3 or 4 times to get the correct
Try
information.
And get in front of someone who wasn't just reading the palm card.
Yeah, and as Kira's saying, their customer service
I have
something
had
to desire.
good customer service.
Yeah, there have been a few.
Most of the time I know that I'm going to have to go through a whole bunch of hoops before I get someone who will actually help me.
Definitely. So, yeah, there's a bunch of people there. Those bot responses are definitely not ideal. So hopefully that's something they're going to look at in the future to improve, because it doesn't really serve people well. I don't really feel like eBay chat is able to solve many issues, and a lot of the time, you have to talk to too many people to get it solved. So,
especially if it's one of those responses where their little hotkey tells them to say, there is no solution here, no one can help you, best of luck on another platform.
Yeah, right. Hey, Princess Shostaruni,
morning.
Good to see you. And we have Mark Walsh. I am lucky I have a direct line. There you go. That's what you want.
That's the dream.
Lucky is running around. She's doing some weird stuff at the moment, but that's okay. That's pretty standard for her. So let's jump into the sort of next section. A lot of people were talking about postage and supplies and stuff like that. Obviously, in America, a lot of people get like free postage supplies as part of their subscription. So you have to like redeem it. Obviously, eBay Plus, we just got some...
First time ever in 3 years, we got something from eBay.
Yeah, so we have a lot of rolls of tape at the moment.
A lot of tape.
But in general, I think that most people... where are we? I think most people miss out on those opportunities to get some free shipping supplies.
Yeah, well, I think this one was only sent out to people who are doing the eBay Plus, and from what I'm hearing, that's not actually
that
many people. And from what I also hear, a lot of us got double what we were told. So I'm thinking they actually had to go back through the list because they had so much of this stuff.
Yeah, postage costs. I think that is a big thing. That's why we use My Post Business, because the eBay rates are higher than if you're on BAM 5, and I think even BAM 4 with the eBay postage system. So obviously you can print labels direct from eBay. There are some time savers in that, but then there's also some money savers within My Post Business, which is why we use that. But I think that is something they do need to look at. I know they have started bringing in other providers, Searle and stuff. So I think that's a good step forward. It's just whether they can secure some better rates for us Aussies, because pretty much the lowest you're going to get anything out tracked is in those, I think it's the C4 envelopes, and that's about $5 to $6, I think. And then obviously you go up to the small satchel, which can range anywhere from $5 something up to
$5 through to $8.50,
$9, depending on where you're at in the scheme of things.
So eBay used to have a better discounted rate than Oz Post did, so we took our time switching over to Oz Post Business because eBay was providing us a discount. And as soon as they dropped that, we switched. There was no reason to stay.
Question for the chat. How often do you all have to contact eBay? I think I've called them like once a year.
I'm on eBay chat probably like...
once a month, maybe?
Yeah, maybe once a month.
Lots of rolls of tape. Can you sell the eBay tape? That was my first thought when we got a crap load of eBay rolls. There are some on eBay for sale, but I'm a little bit concerned that they might start pulling accounts that are doing that because they're offering to eBay Plus members, and they're not going to want people that aren't offering eBay Plus to have those rolls because it's kind of like false advertising, isn't it, really?
They might see it that way, or they might see it as advertising that they should do eBay Plus, even though what they've currently bought isn't. Who knows?
eBay tape is a great stocking filler. What is up, Nate?
You get an eBay tape.
We have a half-price pack link at the moment for UK. There you go. UK obviously different to eBay Oz, but yeah, this is the first time I've seen them drop anything for Aussie sellers. So
it
hopefully,
could be that there's more things
the
in the works. I think the other thing we have on offer at the moment is something maybe through Officeworks.
Yeah, there
like
is
a Christmas deal, but that has nothing to do with an eBay service.
7-Eleven as well, I think.
That's probably the one I'm thinking of.
I think it's like $1 anywhere, but
how reliable is that service? Let us know if anyone has used the 7-Eleven or Officeworks.
Yeah, this shirt is another Space Jam one, 1996. So I'm loving the Space Jam.
Space Jam every week.
eBay shipping fee, even when you are using OzPost, is a bit of a So I think what you're saying there is even though you post outside eBay, you get
final value
fee on the postage as well.
Yeah.
We do free postage, so that was going to happen either way you did it. In our case, but
I do understand why eBay had to do that though, because people were using it as a loophole.
Yeah, they were. So they were dropping the price of the listing and pumping up the price of the postage.
This console cost 1 cent and the post is $300.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's like, I get why they did it.
Hey, Neville, good to see you. Thanks for
Neville.
being here.
Always good to see Neville.
When I first signed up, like 2005, they sent me 5 free eBay satchels.
Oh, 5 satchels.
What's up, Jess? Good to see you.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're up to in the banners.
We're going to lose track of these so easily.
So there's a whole bunch of sort of general things in eBay, and a ton of things came through. So if you guys have any along the way, please drop them in. We'll try and pick them up as well. But there's a whole gambit of things that sellers would like looked at. Obviously, this is just from a seller's view. I'm sure the stuff from a buyer's perspective as well.
Hopefully some of the things that are brought up tonight, though, we can share our tips and our workarounds and hopefully make someone's life a little bit easier. Yeah,
so shabby vintage junk is allowing buyers several days to pay on offers. That was one thing that we had down.
Yeah, so that's on our personal list.
Immediate payment for auctions and also offers, because there's other platforms, I believe it's Poshmark, that if you send an offer and it's accepted, then you're paying for that. It's coming straight out of your bank.
It gets yoinked out of your bank.
So it's like a preset thing. So I don't see why eBay can't do that. I've heard Tommy talk about it with Tracy a few times before.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's something they should be looking at. It's a pain in the ass when you have to either file a non-payment or you cancel it and have to relist it.
And your item's just off the market the whole time that they've got it tied up.
Yeah, it is annoying.
That gets to me.
That's a very good one.
With auctions as well, it's a major frustration. People can bid whatever the hell they want and they don't have to pay it.
All the eBay double agents in the chat, get your pens out.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
I'm sure. Here's another one. Have we touched on all this? I think we have. Give us more clear heads up notifications when a buyer buys more than one item. So I think they are getting better at that, because 9 times out of 10 they will lot them up, but we do get those ones where they buy sort of 3 things and 2 will be up here and 1 will be down there.
I can't actually tell what's going on the buyer's end when it lots it up compared to when it doesn't, because I often have to go into my post business, and luckily I can do it in there. Yeah. But you have to know. The other thing that you have to be aware of is if you're doing eBay Plus and people are buying Express, or if you're just offering Express, it does not tell you. I have to look to see in there if it's like,
if it's added,
pay $4.
Yeah, so we just look for plus $4 because that's our settings for eBay Plus.
I know that on the computer, there's a way to like filter it to eBay Plus sales.
But even that doesn't really help.
Well, no, because you might sell something that's not eBay Plus that's Express if you offer it.
So I guess clearer everything really in relation to shipping on eBay. It's not very easy. And then once they output it from eBay to My Business Post, you lose a lot of that information as well. So the way we get around that is when we're doing our shipping process, we actually write Express on the bag plus the little description of the item. Then we stick the label straight over the top. So it doesn't matter what we've written there.
Touch wood. Nothing's ever gone to the wrong person doing it that way.
And we haven't missed any Express posts. So we've been very close once. But we picked up on it before we sent it. So
I've actually printed a label before, paid for it, printed it, and then realized it was meant to be Express. And luckily I got on chat with Post Business and they just refunded it straight away. And then I went back and made an Express one. But
what is up, Zach?
boy.
Good to see you.
Zach.
They have lost 2 top execs in the last week. One was directly in charge of celebrations.
Oh.
Other was in charge going after YouTubers that talk bad about them. Well, they're gone now, so we just do whatever you want, really. Oh my God, improved API usage for noobs. eBay needs to sort that out. Shazad, never enough tape.
I'm actually really excited to have free tape. Like, that's such a little thing. But if you look at it and imagine us buying all of that tape at Officeworks.
I don't think we'd ever buy that much tape.
We're set. That's an expense gone for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think we've got at least a year worth of tape. So what is up, Chris? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Jennifer, good to see you in the chat. Nice to see you coming over. If you guys are lurking and you haven't said hello, say hello in the chat. Everyone's welcome here. Always trying to keep things positive. We do have our lovely mods keeping us nice and safe tonight. So thank you very much for being here.
We don't even know if anyone's not being nice.
That's what the mods are for. They're keeping us safe. So thanks, guys. So let's keep going with some of these feedbacks. So this is my current.
I'm surprised that we didn't just start with this and talk for an hour.
This is probably my biggest bugbear at the moment. This is the thing that is absolutely giving me the shit. So every time we do item-specific updates, we're like, yes, all right, we've got on top of it. It's all good. All of a sudden, more item-specifics change. And I think that's going to continue to roll until they've done every category. The other day...
But they're dumb.
Yeah, they are dumb. They're very dumb. We'll get into that in a second. But the other day, I went into my app and it said 2,600 recommended item-specifics now. So... not only are they doing the you have to forced ones required, but now they're doing recommended as well. So you open up your app and you've got 7 different lines of information.
Just a little reminder that there's thousands and thousands of specifics that you could add. And, you know, Brad's got 61,000 unread emails, but I can't handle that kind of thing.
What is up, Michael? Thanks for being here. Go. DBG will right hook you. Yeah, DBG's got us covered. Thanks for looking after us. Not adding recommended. I'm going to slowly progress it over Christmas. So
I'm trying to put more in as I'm listing. So just from day dot new listing, trying to put in as much as I can. But it just gets dumb. Like my jeans don't have a theme or a character. That
is one huge thing that is brought up in the thing as well in the Instagram post. Character and like there's a heap of weird ones in there.
Is it better if I write none or not applicable or whatever, like just put a dash in just to fill up that circle? Is that going to improve?
That's what I've been doing.
The visibility, or is it when people are actually searching? And then DBG once made the point that you should put less in, because if people are searching for something specific and you don't have it in, or you've got something different, then you knock yourself out. I think about this too much.
I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? Hey, Donna, I'm just hoping all my stuff sells so I don't have to add them.
Exactly.
That's the way.
Exactly.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of end like 20 a day and I'm going to update them with the recommended item specifics.
And just put anything in if it's something that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so if it is like a character on a pair of jeans, there's no character on a pair of jeans. So
Everything's Mickey.
I'm just going to write NA. And that way it fills up their little circle. They leave me alone and it drops off that list and I can sleep well at night, because I don't like having 2,000 things sitting there. It just annoys me.
Yeah, it's on my mind.
I wouldn't mind the item specifics so much if they added the option not applicable. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like choose a character for these shorts.
Hey, Brianna. Hey there. I have recently opened my store. Love learning from all you awesome people. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Yeah, I hope you do well. It's really cool to see people jumping on board and getting involved. So hope things go well. Where are you storing?
There's a box in my car. There's a box in the kitchen. There's 2 boxes out the back.
Don't get me started on themes. Yeah, that one's hectic. There was someone that put something about that in the chat.
If anything's Australian made, I've started putting Australia in the theme.
Item specific headings, character, WTF. Exactly. So there's a whole bunch in there that are so relevant for most items. And I'm presuming that what they've done is Google have provided them with a list of things that they want to see on listings to promote them on Google search.
You think?
Now, the only problem with that is that it's just a standard template. So for things that don't even have relevance to these themes or characters or whatever you want to call it, it's such a pain in the ass because you have to put something in there and 9 times out of 10 you're wasting your time, right?
It's a nightmare.
We have Riley updating us.
Updating some item specs.
Every book doesn't have a cookery
exactly topic. They all, if it's a non-fiction book, it's like, what type of cookery?
They're like, every book is about cooking. That's hectic. Theme countries.
Country Road.
There you go. Yo, what is up, Robbie? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're out of work.
Yo, nah.
Zach's like, NA.
None of this is applicable.
2 intents for me. Yeah, it is pretty hectic to get on top of them. Just leave them. Yeah. I feel like if eBay are pushing them, there's usually reasons behind it. So I'm going to try and clean them up. And it's a good opportunity for me to check pricing, make sure my description's still accurate, make sure the market hasn't changed. So yeah,
all that jazz. This show isn't long enough to mention all the problems.
We might need an 8-hour live like Tommy and Tracy do. I'm not sure
we are at risk of just turning into a big whinge fest, and this isn't what we actually intended. We do want to talk about,
workarounds,
ways that we kind of try to maximize what we can do in these situations, but also eBay watch this and change it all. Thanks.
Cindy's Guidance, what is up? Thank you for sharing your legends.
Thanks for
Our pleasure. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you dropping a comment in. If you guys could do us a favor and smash that thumbs up for us, it really helps push it out to a few more people. Really appreciate everyone being here. Item specifics is just a whole lot of garbage. Neville's the wise man there, giving us some information. I had trainers and asked for what sort of trainers, and I only had one option: trainers.
It's like jeans, style jeans, type jeans.
Toy figures is annoying. Body part, it's a whole.
All of them.
Just write like little toe or something in there just to piss them off, I reckon. Depop has just added very similar item specifics, not only viewable on desktop though.
Oh, true. I've ignored Depop for a month and now you're not making me want to get back on.
Trainers for training. That's a tongue twister. So let us jump onto. Hey, Sam, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Howdy.
Talking about eBay problems and how we can get around them. So we've got a reasonable list here.
We're going to share our tips for what we do to deal with these situations.
Still got 7 to go through from just Instagram. 3 baby beans. Show you offer history on the phone app. I end up sending higher offers than previous.
Mate, we have this conversation all day. I'm like, what did you send to the car parts person last?
Especially when we're both on the same eBay account. Just as this thing, I'm sending out offers from work or whatever. And a lot of the time, it doesn't show you in the offers section like
you can't go to sent or completed.
The only way you can see it is if you go to like your messages
inbox,
and it will say like offer, counter offer, counter offer. But that is a pain in the ass. They should have it in the section that is designated for offers. It actually says there sent offers, completed offers, and like current offers, I think it is. So why can they not put the history in there? It's not hard. Obviously, if you're going back and forward with someone over a couple of day period, you might forget that you offered them a really good price, and then all of a sudden they're going to tick off because
I've had one person message me back and be like, "You already went lower than that," and I was like, "Okay, man, just tell me what that was, then we'll do it."
It is information overload. I definitely agree. I don't think they're going to pull it back though. I really don't. I think they're just going to keep rolling with it, and God knows what's going to happen. And I just leave them increase quality by 5%, but reduce throughout by 20 by doing it, then not worth it. Fair enough. What is up? The junk removers, evening all running a bit late. That is fine. We have Caroline Arthur's over on Facebook. Thanks for being here. We are live on Twitch at the moment as well, guys. We are pumping up a little bit because next year we're trying to get something rolling over there and bringing some fun to our channel. So YouTube will be like more of the informative type thing.
Talking eBay.
Trying to help you guys build your business and sharing our journey from what we've learned. But
and we get tips from you guys too.
Yeah, Twitch is going to be the fun side of our journey. So we have some fun plans for that. So please head over to Twitch, give us a follow. Follow on Twitch is free. You don't have to pay anything, just for fun. So
I enjoyed watching the Sunday Night Live with the boys over on Twitch.
Yeah.
It was just a couple of us in the chat, and you can't see both chats, but I just overlaid it over YouTube, so I was watching on the full Twitch screen.
Did you know you can stop your pictures saving to camera roll? That was annoying for a while.
Oh,
there you go.
I think I would like to do that.
Tell us your secrets. How many people do you have roughly each week wanting a refund? I don't think it's a week by week basis. I'd say each month we'd probably have maybe 4, maybe, and then some months
I can
none.
say that our refund, our return rate fluctuates between 1 and 1.4%.
Yeah, so pretty low, really. It's a number that's factored into our business. We understand returns, we accept returns, we make sure that our buyers are aware of that. So,
but if you're asking to kind of compare maybe with what you're doing already, then can't really compare because it'll depend on the size of your store, it'll depend on what you're selling, it'll depend on how well you've described
different categories are going to have different return rates as well.
Yeah. So. I have heard from a good source called Shazad that the standard rate for returns is 5% was industry benchmark.
Yeah.
So stay under 5% if you can.
This one here gets my goat. And this is one, if they're going to change anything about eBay, they need to change this because buyers can leave us negatives left, right, and center for absolute rubbish half the time. But buyers can get away with pretty much blue murder. So we've had numerous occasions where we definitely would have left negative feedback based on the seller's experience. We've had people scam us and get away with it because eBay wouldn't do anything about it.
Or just be shits.
And then there's been other times where serial scammers have had even bad feedback left in positives because sellers can't leave negative feedback.
And we can get in trouble for leaving a false positive.
Yeah,
so
right.
you really
so
cannot do anything.
Huge problem on eBay. They really need to look into this. They used to allow it and then they cut it, which I really don't understand because...
Well, I can understand it from their side because they report their numbers as look how many buyers are on our platform. So they don't want to boot anyone. They keep the bad buyers.
They need to do something about it. There's been buyers before that we've reported for their activity, and then they went on to scam other people in the community that we know doing exactly the same thing because eBay did nothing about it.
Guys, we have told you about this buyer. You know what they're doing.
Yeah. They don't do anything. So that is very annoying.
Now.
Let's just I think Chris on the app, press my eBay settings, stored photos. There you go.
I'm gonna.
I must have missed something as when I click review all offers, I can see what offers I have sent.
Is this just us? We can see past offers, but we can't see the person that we're currently going back and forth with. It's not there.
Just had my first one gutted. I'm presuming negative
Don't
feedback.
Be gutted.
We all have them.
Return.
Yeah.
Look, they happen. No one is going to skate through with absolutely no returns, and just don't take it personally.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. I absolutely agree, Neville. If it's good for one, it's good for the other. So I think as buyers, they have a lot of power on eBay. If you know eBay system very well, you could absolutely scam a bunch of people. Now we're not going to go into how to do that because we don't want it to happen to any of us, but
don't do it.
It is very, very easy for a buyer to do so. So I think it's very important that eBay look into this stuff to protect not only themselves because it would be costing them money, but their sellers, because at the end of the day, yes, they need buyers on the platform, but without sellers paying fees, there is no platform. So
yeah, and most buyers are fantastic, but the 1% scammers are doing it regularly, and that's a massive problem.
Yeah, I can see it offers 2 Android. We're on iPhone, so maybe it's an iPhone thing. That's interesting.
I'm so mad.
It's only been like maybe a month, I reckon it's been doing that.
No, it's been always.
No, it used to have
My
it.
whole life.
It used to have it. I remember it being there. Seller protection. Well, that's an interesting discussion.
So we've been getting these reports because we've been trying to do like, most eBay Plus as much as we can without going crazy. We get these reports each month that's like, here's what your eBay Plus seller protection got you. And it's like defects removed, negative feedbacks removed. Ours was all 0 because we didn't have any negative feedbacks or any defects removed. But like, so you can protect people who do next day shipping and offer express, but you won't just protect normal people in general.
Yeah, I think seller protection is probably a bit of an oxymoron in most cases. I think with seller protection, I've heard of people returning items that they've broken and eBay have not stepped in to help. I've heard of people having incorrect items shipped back to them and eBay still not stepping in to help. So I think that is something that they need to take a bit more seriously, because without sellers, there's nothing on their platform. So I think it's very important that seller protection is taken pretty seriously. What are we up to? I would love for eBay to come out and explain why they stopped allowing sellers to leave. Yeah, me too. I would love to do that.
Let's talk.
Evening all, does everyone leave feedback for their buyers? We don't leave automatic feedback. We do it once the item is received, because we don't want to leave someone good feedback if they're doing dodgy stuff.
Not everyone deserves my good feedback. So I would think most people have said to me, why would you do that? Automatic feedback just means like you never have to do anything. It'll get you more reciprocal feedback. And I'm just like,
is it worth aiming for eBay Plus seller? I think it depends on your situation. So we have noticed that we do get a reasonable amount of eBay Plus sales, and we can tell that by the upgrade to that $4 express postage. Since we turned eBay Plus on, I would say probably 1 out of every 6 or 7 sales. Usually we have at least 1 or 2 a day that are eBay Plus, I'd say.
We do, but they also say that if you do eBay Plus, you'll get like 16% more
sales
eyes on you. But I haven't seen that in our impressions at all.
Yeah, I think the big thing with it is if people do, there is a filter for eBay Plus now. So if they do filter by that, if you're not on eBay Plus, you're going to get kicked. Now, I'm not suggesting that many people are going to use that filter, but eBay Plus members that are involved might actually use that filter. I think as time goes on and they keep pumping as they would literally ringing me once a week at one point in time about eBay Plus to get onto it. Now, anything that eBay pushes, obviously there's a financial incentive for them because they're trying to get more sales. They're trying to be a little bit more like Amazon, get fast shipping out. But I don't think it's hurt our business at all. If anything, it's probably got us a few more sales.
Yeah.
But it's
and
very
some tape.
It's very hard to say 100% because there's no data on it. There's no physical
I would say
data.
If it's very difficult for you to ship every day, then I wouldn't be doing eBay Plus. Don't bend over backwards for them. But if it's easy for you to do like it is for us, then why not?
Well, all you had to do was add an express option in our parcels.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a leap for us.
Free shipping. So seller protection figures, all mine were ones that I asked to be actioned. So a bit of a cheat. Auto feedback because I'm lazy.
The day that they actually stuffed mine up, they changed ours to auto feedback and left like everyone we had dealt with for the last however long left them positive feedback, which means our camera scammer and some people who left us negatives and some really just not the best buyers all got positive feedback from us, and I was raging.
Yeah. And I think it's important that as sellers, we try and if we do get bad buyers, we do put feedback there that represents what's happened and we report them, because if these people are scamming us, 9 times out of 10, they're scamming someone else in the community, whether we know about that person or not.
And we can take a hit, but when it happens to new sellers who are just starting out, that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm opposite day to day. I need to turn the auto feature back on. Fair enough. Thanks, Jazz. Worth thinking about. I have my feedback set to auto. I don't think it matters either way, but it's something that we have been conscious of, and we don't want a bad buyer to get good feedback. That's pretty much the biggest part of it. So if it was easy enough to change feedback without having to stuff around, then I'd probably turn it on. But
and it depends if you are happy to take a few minutes out of your day to go and leave reciprocal feedback, because I just love it. I like putting my feet up and it's like, you get some good feedback. You get some good feedback. But
thank you. Thanks for great answers. Try to answer the questions as much as we can.
Or find someone who can.
Let's jump on to the next point.
It's flipper. Oh, naughty words.
Pop up to remove background halfway through filling out specifics. Do you get that a lot when you're doing specifics?
It's not usually when I'm doing specifics, but yeah, when you just start making a new listing and you put the picture in, it's like, oh, look, I helped. I took out the background. And
you're like,
no, you didn't.
You really didn't help. But
no.
You
do have
only
to
leave feedback if buyer gives me feedback. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I like it.
So I think that is an annoying one with the remove function within the app. The background remove function is glitchy. It doesn't always work very well. Jazzy's got it down to a pretty fine art in the case.
Do you remember the first time that I tried to use it at Kara's house and I was like, this is bad. But now I've just figured out how to make it work.
Yeah. So it can work, but it is a bit dodgy. Having extra pop-ups while you're trying to list is never helpful. I don't specifics.
It's just if you're doing like 30 listings in a day, by the 30th one, you're like, F off. Like, get off my screen.
I guess I don't know if that would pop up in the desktop version, because we don't really use the desktop version.
I've never added pictures on the desktop. I don't think so. I think it's just an app thing.
Logging back in to do shit when I'm already logged out.
Oh my God.
Returns.
It's like I've been in my inbox, clicked on something to action, and you want me to log in like 3 times to action it. I was already logged in. Okay, rant over.
I think that it is a big thing. And also when you're like trying to accept a return or see a return case.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're logged in and it's like log in again. You're like, I'm already logged in and I just accepted the return. So why do I have to log in to see the return case? Like
today someone cancelled an order from France and I clicked from their request. It was like, buy a request to cancel. I just wanted to go, yep, okay. And I had to reboot my whole thing. Yeah, mad. Okay, it's turning into a whinge fest.
I must admit, if I have it set to auto, there's a train of thought that says once a buyer pays, their job is done. Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying.
I just don't know if they're going to be a good customer until they've received it and don't do anything dickish.
Resellers should run eBay.
Right. I think we can do a good job, Neville.
I feel like I'm getting my frustrations out through Jazz.
I feel you, man.
Only reason they want you to use white background is they can sell your pictures to third parties.
I don't know if that's true.
The reason that I had heard about it and have seen is that it ranks better in Google.
Are eBay sellers taking good enough pictures to sell to third parties?
Probably not.
And like so many one-offs and used goods.
Yeah, it's bloody annoying. I then have to factor on, man, that's hectic.
I mean, yay for security, but it's not convenient.
All right, we've got a couple more, then we've got a couple, and then we'll leave it to the chat to come up with some more and come up with some solutions and
steer the way.
Think of something that maybe isn't in eBay now that you would like as well, because imagine if you could just add things into eBay whenever you felt like it. That would be pretty
I'm not a web developer though.
There are account suspensions for stupid reasons. Obviously, we've had Gary on the chat before who had a very interesting suspension. Luckily, it got resolved in the end. But the
Which
one that
was very surprising, even to some very big eBay sellers who said
not going to happen.
It's not coming back.
The other one that I've been seeing a lot of lately is how they're trying to get when you open a new account, you fill out all the information, and then you start listing, and they ask you for more information. So you have to prove your identity now as a seller. So they'll ask you like, submit some sort of form of identity before you can actually list stuff, which I understand because obviously that prevents scammers from a buyer, from a seller perspective.
Prevents Tommy from selling anything.
Guess what? They don't do that for buyers. So
Wow. 3 holes in the ground.
Let's go back. Auction Professor in USA is a great person to look at for eBay issues. Check it out. I have seen him before. White background helps with image searching for using Google. There you go. awesome to find RRP.
Yeah.
The eBay support chat, they just copy and paste paragraphs and talk to you like a yeah, that is one thing that we did touch on very early in the chat was the chat feature.
I don't expect the people working at the help desk to know all the answers straight off. I know that they're looking at their
script.
Yeah, their script and responses they're supposed to give. But sometimes when you're trying to explain,
they just need to actually.
They don't listen.
Yeah,
and you're like, stop going to your auto response because that's not what I'm asking you about.
Half the time, their response doesn't even relate to what you're saying.
I'm like, that does. Okay, the question I asked and the response you gave, just no relation.
And there's been occasions where I've had to quote their own policy to them. Like that shouldn't happen. If you're talking to a support provider, they should know their own policies.
They need to look something up. I totally understand. Like, give me 5. Let me see what I'm supposed to tell you now. But
doing a good job. What is up? Thanks for being here.
We're having a rant, but we're hoping that we can think of some useful things.
So this week I was on chat and told to call a number and spoke to an actual person.
A real person.
Oh, that is good.
They're bringing back the calls.
Caroline, fairly new to eBay. Been going for 4 months. Do you remove listings that have lots of views but are not successful and relist with new photos and description? Not so much. We don't really look at views. Obviously, we're sending out offers to watches and all that sort of stuff all the time. We will go in periodically and change up listings, fix up old photos, especially our older stuff, which is not what we desire in our store. We will change titles. We also will change pricing if pricings have changed.
We would mainly look at it as things that are ending. So they've been on for a whole, what is it now, a 30-day cycle?
It's not even really a cycle anymore because they don't drop off, but
yeah,
they start again.
You can see that something's been on there for a long time. So we're looking at those ones rather than by views, but by how long it's been listed. You can also hop on your computer. We do everything from our phones. On the computer, you can look at listings that are underperforming. So maybe those would be good to focus on. But yeah, it can help to end something and relist it or sell similar.
Definitely,
and then eBay sees it as a whole fresh new listing and they'll put it back up the top again.
They got to get rid of bots in the chat. Yeah, absolutely. It's very painful. And a lot of time you go around in circles for 5 minutes before you actually get anywhere. Always lead eBay down the path you want to go. Know your stuff before you ring them.
Yeah, have your case. Absolutely. I go with dot points.
And have your item number ready to go. Don't be fumbling around. Point them in the direction you want to go.
I was saying earlier that I write out my entire issue with all the information and numbers and everything in there, and then I keep it on my clipboard because I know I'm going to have to say it all over again.
Man, eBay support reps that just left the chat when I threw typing to them. That's horrible.
That's bad.
That's happened a few times to me.
That's so bad.
When they just leave the chat. Yeah, how bad. I look at all my items on a 3-month cycle. It's made such a difference. Yeah,
we're definitely because if it's not sold, something's up.
We're definitely sort of going back on a lot of our stuff. We want to do a big cleanup after Christmas and try and tidy up our space, get everything back in a more functioning routine because we've had so much stock come through the door in the last 3 months. We need to get our systems back to a better standard. We've still got all our our tubs labeled and all that sort of stuff, but we want to make them more accessible, more easy to go to, and a lot better for us. So.
Full disclosure, I had a right tantrum today.
Everyone click thumbs up for great content. Really appreciate it, Robbie.
Thank
you. If you are here, but 64 in the chat, smash that thumbs up for us. We really appreciate it.
That's nice.
Make sure you hit the subscribe as well because we're going to be doing 2 vids a week like always. And next year, there's going to be some changes. So stick around with us. We're going to have some fun. I leave items for 6 months and sell similar. I do this on the weekend, so it doesn't take much to lift. There you go.
Yeah, I love a cheat listing on the weekend.
Just noticed someone placed a book that I have 50 of. Someone placed online for $195. Undercutting.
Those undercutters.
It was probably Robbie. He likes that undercut, everyone. Not true. So Robbie, you actually brought up one with me the other week that I wanted to bring up with you guys as well. And this is pretty interesting. So I'm going to drop out that little one that we've got there. We do have one more after this as well.
Thank you, Door Vintage.
Allowing people to open items not received, even though tracking says it's received.
Oh.
So he had one of this happen to him the other week. Now, this should be an AusPost issue only. This should not be an eBay issue.
This is so cut and dry. You have done your job. If it's been delivered.
If it says delivered and it's been delivered to the wrong address, then that's AusPost's fault. If it's been delivered and stolen, once again, they need to communicate with us and then Ozpost to get
Ozpost as well, though.
Insurance. So they should not be able to open a item not received if the item says delivered. Now, I understand there's cases where that happens, but it's an Ozpost issue, not an eBay issue. And the problem with eBay stepping in there, a lot of the time they're going to side with the buyer. I have seen them siding with sellers on this because it does say delivered, but I have seen them.
I've seen it go both ways. Like there's no consistency, but it is by that stage, it's so completely out of the individual seller's hands.
Oh, shut up. Love that uncanny. Is Twitch just for gaming? I don't get it. And do you need a special setup? No,
it's for sellers.
Twitch is for any sort of live streaming.
They have like podcast sections and just chatting sections.
People like cooking.
I have no idea.
But Twitch was designed as a gaming channel, but it's a gaming stream. But we're going to jump over there because you can do a lot of fun things on Twitch that you can't do on YouTube.
Yeah,
so,
and we feel guilty when people like do super chats and things on YouTube, and we're just like,
for it.
"Wow, thanks." And on Twitch, you can do some more fun stuff that Tommy's been teaching us about.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of work on that, have some fun. We're still playing around with the software that we're using to work out how best to use it. But next year, we do have some plans for it. So if you guys don't have a Twitch channel, it's really easy to sign up. Following is free, so you don't have to pay any subscription or anything like that. It's just another way of supporting us, and there's be some fun stuff on there. So there is a link in the description if you guys want to check it out.
It's going to be more like relaxed and social, I think. It's got a different vibe.
More so, I don't like the enlisting and relisting. It's only pandering to those with safe searches. I prefer sales on items and so on. Much love. I understand.
Set and forget.
I understand sales and using that function, but after a period of time, your listing will go so far down the search ranking.
It's on page 10,
that
man.
People are never going to find it. That's the problem. So I think it's definitely worthwhile looking at it, even if it is only every 6 months, to get it back up there.
And we've relisted stuff and it hasn't sold again, and that's on us. That's because it was a bad buy, and we've just like, well, we can relist it or we can donate it. But we have had a lot of success as well, where we relist and, you know, a month down the track, we've gotten the sale because it was back refreshed and people could see it.
I have recently had an item not received open due to COVID delay. The buyer is really angry and wants a refund. I am not sure what to do. Refund her or make her wait for the parcel to arrive. I think it depends on how long it has been. Obviously, you can put in a case for Australia Post. So if you go onto the Australia Post website and put in the tracking number, there's like a function within Australia Post where you can put in a claim or a request for them to investigate it because maybe it's got lost. And
then you can also communicate that to the buyer. Hopefully they calm down a bit, but not more importantly, but also eBay can see that you've done that and that you've communicated, and then you're more likely to have them on side if it comes down to a battle.
No issue with buyers opening a case when it shows as delivered. My issue is that eBay don't automatically close them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it should just be done.
There doesn't really need to be an option there. That's
Grr. Aussie bargain hunter.
Have just under 300 items in my store, which is not a lot. I know we mainly sell jeans and pants and have now lowered the price even more to get things moving. Anything else we need to look at? I think it depends on your store. It sounds like you guys are ticking along really well, which is great. Obviously, we don't know your store or anything like that, but
jeans are something that generally sells pretty well all year round, though. So you could be using that end and sell similar and like put in even more item specifics.
Promoting is a massive thing. So look into promoted listings if you haven't already. Most clothing categories, I believe, have been bumped up to 9 out of the top 20 are promoted spots. So generally when I'm looking for stuff, I won't scroll past the first or second page. So if it's
shoppers are lazy.
If your listing's not in those top 20, then you're probably, or even top 40, you're probably not going to hit the buyer unless they're looking for something very specific. Obviously, there's categories you probably don't need to promote in, but clothing, which is a saturated market, definitely.
I haven't been promoting straight off the bat, though, because there are some clothing items you just know are going to sell overnight, like the one I just sold overnight.
Yeah, Jazzy picked up a, was it
Sportscraft Liberty print.
There you
go. In terms of jeans, though, I think jeans are quite saturated, so they probably are going to take a bit longer to sell.
Depending what they are. Yeah.
Depending what they are. So if you've had them up for a while, maybe go back and check the like average market price and the sell-through rate as well.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Change things up. Hey, Aussie Outback Bush Mechanics.
Always good to see you.
Had that yesterday, left negative feedback. I phoned and they closed the case straight away. Asked why they could open a case and they said there we go.
Change
That's
it.
maybe
Change
one
it.
win. Tommy's showing his samples. Talk about frustrating. Definitely going to catch up with the chat before we do the last one.
Disclaimer, there are good things about eBay. We're all on eBay for a reason. And it's the traffic, we're sellers, not marketers.
Yeah, there just needs to be some slight improvements to support sellers, I think.
There are some things that it's just like, why is it that way, guys? It doesn't need to be.
Relisting with Sakara many times when I relist similar, it sells within a day or two. There we go.
That's fast.
Hey, Bree, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. VMV mode. I have an item marked as delivered and opened a claim because I hadn't received it. Was told too bad because it was shown as delivered. Dispute closed.
On the buyer's end. So did you go to AusPost because they're meant to take a picture of where they left it?
Yeah. For anyone interested, he's tapping the glass. I think it might come through the speaker. For anyone interested, we have a new up and coming YouTubers for tonight. So Tommy and Tracy have Cincinnati Picker on. It'll be tomorrow our time. I'll be at work, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pop in, but I'll try and pop in my lunch break. I think he's
get him some subscribers.
I think he's probably a little bit better than up and coming. That should be an awesome chat. I'm going to try.
Tommy, I'm going to the dentist, but I'm going to try so hard to be there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and catch it. But that's an awesome guest to have on. Turned up 2 months later with seller who had put wrong address on it. There you go.
That's annoying.
You need a relaxing bath.
No, I can't. There's boxes in my bath.
I can see the benefit, but I reckon the sales gives higher percentage. I reckon the sales gives higher percentage more sales. What?
So if people like searching by only things that are on sale, then they see it and buy it.
No.
You do you, Toby. If it's working for you, man, do it. I haven't seen that.
Let's just put it this way.
Stick to it if it's doing it.
Sales only show if people filter by stuff on sales. Promoted shows all the time. So that's the difference. And relisted items will get a higher result than...
Well, we actually ran our first sale in the longest time when we were away. Did you see an uptick or?
We sold a couple more things, but mostly to people that were watching them. So
they got a notification that it went on sale. So maybe short sales.
Yep.
Maybe like a weekend sale.
The amount of buyers that can actually put their correct address in. Oh man, it's hectic. Isn't it?
Stressing me out.
I saw a DVDs for sale, $350 free post. No.
Don't do that.
The only way you'd be able to
not possible.
do that would be untracked, and even then you'd be
they're breaking even.
So, yep.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Envelope stamp.
Yeah, that's.
Buyers should only be allowed to put in valid addresses. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, like verified.
Hey, Chrissy, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Oops. Cozy clothing collectibles. That's okay. Donna, I'm pretty sure it came with a case. I don't understand. Tommy,
drop me a mention.
There we go.
Super chat for a shout out on Tommy's channel.
Carol, I'm struggling with the new ad specifics if everyone getting this notification and So the ones that are popping up a lot now are items not required. Recommended.
Oh my god. We're doing well. We're at the 53-minute mark, you can tell.
Awesome.
It's going to be a really good chat.
If you can get your hands on the letter gauge, a DVD case will fit in AusPost definition of an envelope. Yeah.
I still do not have a letter gauge. Oh, we're not even understanding.
You'll have to explain it then, Toby. I'm not sure what.
Sorry, Toby.
Is the company that PayPal merged with any competition eBay? The name is something like buy from the book. No. If that is a thing, I've never heard of it.
You tricking us, Tommy.
So I did have one more banner over here. It should be easier to read the description on the app. So when you are on the app, you have to click through all these little, you have to click down to see what's in the description.
So we had someone cancel today. Our French customer canceled because they hadn't read the description.
Yeah. Yep, simple as that.
Right.
So that's why I think photos and title are so important. Description is an afterthought. Obviously, you want to be putting some information about there. Maybe you're putting sizing, like measurements for clothing. Maybe you're putting condition information. But generally, the photo should be showing the condition, and the title should be sort of mentioning anything that's relevant, because those are the two things people are going to look at. So, yeah, I think that's an important one. So plenty of things we think eBay can work on, plenty of things you guys think eBay can work on. The other
they're
things,
not like crazy leaps. Like they should
manageable.
be, quite easy to do, you would think.
We don't need to fill in all the recommended ones. They're recommended, not required. So
that notification though is going to keep me up at night.
I do a Christmas present letter gauge. There you go.
Treat yourself.
I think eBay is just advertising them. That's interesting. Ever made a stealth account? No, we've never needed to. And I know people that have done it when they have got suspended, but it's not something that we are going to look into or need to look into, thankfully. Thanks, Donna. I bought it just to see how it's being achieved. I'm very curious. Yeah. I wouldn't send anything untracked, but I guess it's a $3.50 DVD.
We send some DVDs and games and things untracked. If it's kind of like, if it's a 50-cent buy-in and adding a post cost or adding like $9 for tracked shipping would just blow the price out, then there's no point. But we do try to aim for a higher average sale price as well. So
we don't do a heap of stuff at that lower end price point. So we have some CDs that we send untracked. We have a few DVDs that we picked up on a bulk lot that we send untracked, but it's not the main.
You have to be prepared to lose it. And it's like, it's pretty unlikely that your item's not going to get there, or that someone will claim that your item didn't get there. We've had it happen maybe like once, or maybe twice actually, but one was real. One, we were like, we don't know where your CD is, man. And we sent another one, and like 2 months later, the first one got sent back to us because they hadn't put their address in right.
Yeah, you can write software to look at listings and then apply default item specs to each item.
Oh, does it do it well?
I don't know software development, so I definitely need to be able to do that. There are defaults. There are defaults for, selectable defaults in most areas, but most of them aren't relevant to everything. So that's kind of hard. I'm not sure what that link is, but
buy from the bush.
There you go.
Tommy knows before we do.
It's $4.70. Track envelopes are good. Wrap the game DVD, one layer bubble wrap. You're good to go.
Yeah, I haven't even looked into tracked envelopes.
I've been looking at retail arbitrage, but I used to do retail dropshipping, basically the same, but I don't see a significant advantage of doing retail arbitrage. I don't think there is a significant advantage of doing retail arbitrage. It's just another way of making money.
Yeah.
It's a new marketplace for rural Australia or something, 450K followers already.
I love that you know this.
You can use bulk editor. Yeah, you definitely can. Yep. I sent the wrong password yesterday. You can see me panic on my last upload.
Oh, man.
Man, that's harsh. No, that's fine.
Subtle plug. Sorry.
Go for it, mate. That's all good.
That's the kind of thing
Buy
I
from
like
the
to
Bush
watch.
started as a Facebook group. I think they've just partnered with PayPal.
There we go. Okay, Donna knows.
It's not something I've seen, so I have to have a look into it. So key points from tonight, I think eBay need to work on their chat feature, their buyer support, or seller support. They've got plenty of buyer support. Making sure that they're doing the best for their sellers. Maybe offering some postage supplies would be nice. eBay Plus obviously came out recently. I think they need to get on top of bad buyers because they run rampant on eBay.
They have a problem.
And I think they need to get on top of immediate pay for auctions and offers. And another one that we had here was Vero. And this is one that I want to touch on.
I'm surprised no one else brought this up, actually.
So obviously, Vero is a mystical beast. They do have a list of Veros on the website.
Vero list.
But the Vero list can change at any time. So that's kind of the challenge with that. But what I think they should do is with items that they already have on the Vero list, things that are set in stone. When you start listing them, there should be a pop-up that comes up and says, hey, this item's on the Vero list. You cannot list it. And you know what? All of us would not be listing these items. We wouldn't be accidentally putting stuff up there that we didn't know was on the Vero list. Things that we all learn over time. Obviously, you can't put Velcro in titles. You can't really use Kevlar. There's little ways around it.
All these little things that we've heard from other sellers because they got punished when they didn't know they were doing anything wrong.
Monster Energy are hot on their items. They don't like people putting stuff up. You can't sell HP ink overseas into England, UK, or Europe. So there's a whole bunch that they could easily just flag when you're listing. And I think it would make not only our lives a lot better, but it would also represent their platform a lot better. Give them a better face, because if you're not allowed to sell these items in those places, or they're items that aren't to be sold, then just let us know and we won't list them.
Yeah, we don't want to.
A lot of the times it's not until after the item's sold that they actually even do anything about it, and by that point,
after they've collected the fees. The other side of that is that the punishment does not add up to the crime. So having suspensions, and sometimes permanent suspensions, is not going to change seller behavior, because most people aren't trying to do something wrong in the first place. So a punishment like that, it doesn't solve anything.
There you go.
You know.
That's ahead of time. Great minds think of that. I can pick up words like knife. Why not Velcro? Absolutely, it should.
Yeah.
eBay took $250 from my gift card, so I'm taking it back to the dollar store with my receipt. eBay took $200 from my gift card, so I'm taking back to the
You got the gift card at the dollar store? Can the dollar store help?
I'm confused.
I'll be getting on eBay chat.
Obviously, dollar store isn't something we have in Australia, so it's a little bit out of our knowledge.
Okay.
All right, we've hit the hour mark, so we absolutely cruised through that one.
Now, obviously, these were all things that we are already aware of, that we're already struggling with, but hopefully someone dropped something in the chat that they do to get around these kind of things, or something that we do to get around these things that maybe helped you out a bit. So
otherwise,
making life a bit easier.
If you're watching this back, leave us a comment in the comment section with stuff that you would like to see eBay fix, because I'm sure there's plenty of things out there, sellers as buyers, that we struggle with.
Or if you know a quick fix to get around any of the annoying things,
let us know.
Share it around.
Sure. Otherwise, I'll let you guys know what's coming up. Friday, we have a $50 thrift off.
Fun video on Friday.
So we went out on the weekend and took $50 each, went shopping, and you guys have to decide who's won the challenge. I'm waiting for the hashtag Team Jazz, because that came up on Sunday.
You can't just vote Jazz just because it's funny to wind Brad up, though.
Should look at Vero checker software. They should inbuilt it into eBay.
It should be a part of the platform,
because not everyone knows how to use those.
They're
softwares.
the ones that are making us do it. The cat just distracted
Toby out.
me.
Maybe opposite Toby in.
Toby staying.
Thanks for sharing, legends. Everyone smash that thumb. Yeah, so head over to the channel on Friday. Check that video out. We had some fun. Make sure you vote in that one, because we might have to do a challenge or something if we lose. And that's probably going to make everyone else vote for you. So yeah, head over to that one on Friday. Obviously, Worldwide Reselling is on Sunday night. Make sure you check out both Robbie and Jada for their content
Aussie
as
VHS
well.
Thrifter and Diary of a Flipper.
Yeah, and head over to Tommy's tomorrow, our time, lunchtime, I think it is.
Yeah, really
for
cool
Cincinnati
chat.
Picker, because that will be an absolute awesome chat. So we'll try and catch as much as we can, but work may not let us. Wear dress. I don't think there's a dress big enough for me, Joe. It's a struggle. Thanks, guys. Your knowledge is always amazing and appreciated. Thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate everyone coming along. Thanks to everyone that was new here today or got up the courage to say hello. I know that sometimes it's a bit
it can be
daunting, but you're always welcome here. We're supported by great mods and a great community. So
Sam.
Friday night, absolutely, will be live drinks with Reselling Mums. That should be fun.
Is that on Charlie or Robin's channel, please? And thank you. So that we know where to send people.
On Q Buckaroo. What is up? Has been a while.
Good to see you.
Please do, Toby. I'm there for sure.
Well, make sure you subscribe to Charlie's Recycled Revenue and Robin Real Life Reselling, because on one of those, there you go.
There you go. So it'll be on Robin's channel on Friday night.
We'll have Friday knockoff drinks.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. Talk things about eBay need to change. They need to stop allowing offers when they auto relist. Ah, yes, I know. So
offers are on when you don't. Wow, we had to think so long.
I was like, what?
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very true. So thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. Smash that thumbs up for us or the cat. And we will see you guys on Friday on the pre-recorded or next Tuesday night. We'll probably do 2 more live streams, I think, before Christmas. We'll take Christmas off, let you guys enjoy your family time.
Yeah, you don't want to come friends. And watch us.
And then we'll be probably back in the new year. We might do a little bit of a wrap-up video, let you guys know what we've made in 2020. A bit of a breakdown and a little bit of a recap of the year because it's been a hectic year.
Crazy year.
Huge growth for our business and a lot of changes have happened. So it's been a hectic year for everyone. So we might put a little bit of a video together to say thank you very much for everyone to be here.
Thanks for dropping that flipper.
Flippers, drop that in.
It's going to be fun.
We'll catch you next week on Twazzy Thrifters.
Good night, everybody.
Cat's attacking me.